Hey everybody, it's me, Clarissa. You may recognize me from the club show or from previous years at camp. I've also posted a few other videos here and there. I think one involved cereal. Anyway, I am this year's Leadership Training Director, and today is a very exciting day for me because for the next 5 minutes, I will be talking about me, myself, and I. I am just going to give you guys a little tour of my yard, show you some of my favorite plants, while I talk a little bit about myself. So while I walk you guys over to the first stop of our little tour, I just figured I'd tell you guys, I'll start with my favorite food. My grandma makes the best canned peaches. I love peaches, so these canned peaches are my absolute favorite food. So we've stopped right here at my tree house. I built it with my dad and my grandpa. It's less of a house and more of a platform, but you know, I really like it and I spend some time up there. Sometimes I do, homework, I read. While we're walking to the next stop, what would you guys like to know? My favorite animal is horses. I absolutely love them. You cannot have a single conversation with me and I don't mention a horse. So a lot of people know I like horses. Over here, this is our next stop. This is garden number 2. We're a little bit out of order. This was the first one and this was the second one. So I call this one garden number 2. And before it rained yesterday, we planted some beans. Obviously, they won't be up yet. Not quite. And over here, I think we're planning on planting beets and stuff. I don't know. Oh, we're walking. So our next stop is going to be these trees over here, but while we're on our way, I'm sure you're curious how long I've been at Manessatung. So I started out as an LIT about 4 or 5 years ago, and then I was a CIT, a counselor. Last year I was the sports and games programmer, but I've done so many other program areas. I've led, low ropes, archery, OLS, and things like that. Anyway, so this is our next stop. On our right we see the pear tree, which is in full bloom. It is absolutely gorgeous. And all these other trees around here are apple trees. This one isn't flowering quite as much. It's a little bit younger than the rest of them. This one got knocked over in a tree, not a tree storm, in a windstorm, or by my dad's tractor. We'll never know. It's blossoming. And then this one over here is also an apple tree. And it's in full bloom too. Look at that. That's just absolutely gorgeous. I love all these blossoms. And actually this one over here isn't an apple tree. This one is a cherry tree that we tried to plant this year. We may have killed a few of the branches over here, but we're not quite sure yet. Oh, and we're walking again. So, what else would you like to know about me? My favorite sport is hockey. That's another thing. If you talk to me for very long, you just kind of find these things out. I talk about them all the time. I'm a goalie, and I cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs when my dad's around, and when he's not around, I cheer for the Winnipeg Jets. So now we're over at this little corner of the garden here where we have some poppies and over here there's some blueberry bushes. Right there, that is a blueberry bush. Now they don't really do well in our garden, which is unfortunate. And this over here, if we're really careful, we might be able to see in this mom and pop bush is a bird's nest. Now we don't want to disturb it, so the mama will keep on taking care of it. There, you guys can see the bird's nest a little bit and a couple eggs in there. So yeah, I guess here's my clothesline. That's exciting. This concludes our tour. You got to see some of my favorite plants, figure out some of my favorite things. Anyway, I hope you go away from this video just knowing a tiny bit more about me. Look, it's my shadow. Alright, bye for now, guys.